Hello and welcome to this video tutorial about the basic networking toolset. In this video, we will learn how to use different tools and methods to connect network cables. Now let's dive in. To install a connector on a cable or connect it, we first need to strip it. For this, we will use a wire stripper. To use the wire stripper, squeeze the handles and insert the cable into the hole that matches the diameter of the cable. Pull the wire stripper along the cable to remove the outer insulation. Of course, you can strip the wire with a regular stationary knife, but in this case, you need to be very careful not to cut the insulation too deep, as this can damage the wire, which may go unnoticed later, and the wire may break eventually. Once the insulation is off, untwist all wire pairs and follow the color sequence of the wires. Refer to the standard scheme for proper wiring. Slightly straighten the wires. Cut the excess wires with the correct side of the crimping tool, the one that has one blade instead of two. Insert the wires into the RJ45 connector with the latch facing down. The wires should go as deep as possible into the connector, and the insulation should be close to the end of the connector. Crimp the connector with the crimping tool. Apply enough pressure to secure the connector and the wires. It is important to make sure that the blades of the connector cut the wires evenly and do not create a short circuit. The cable insulation is fixed with a strain relief mechanism that prevents the cable from bending and breaking at the connector. Additionally, you can use an RJ45 boot for further protection and strain relief. Now let's move on to the next topic, how to connect cables using a punch-down tool. It typically consists of a handle with a mechanism for pushing or punching down wires into a connection point. The tool has a sharp blade-like edge, known as the cutting edge, which trims excess wire. Additionally, there are often supplementary elements such as a flat blade for further wire adjustments and a hook for extracting wires when needed. The punch-down tool is commonly used with connection boxes, patch panels, and keystone jacks to establish secure and reliable network connections. For demonstrating the punch-down tool, we'll use a connection box. A connection box is a device that allows us to join two cables together without using connectors. It has two rows of pins that correspond to the color sequence of the wires. Strip the cables as we did before and secure them in the connection box using zip ties. Distribute the wires to the pins in accordance with the chosen scheme. It must be the same for both cables. The cutting edge of the punch-down tool should face out of the box and cut off excess wires. We press the punch-down tool firmly on each wire until we hear a click. This means that the wire is inserted and cut. We repeat this process for all wires on both sides of the box. All that remains is to close the box, and we have a reliable connection. The connection box is a reusable connection. You can use the hook of the punch-down tool to extract the wires from the box. Connecting two wires together using Scotch locks is a common technique in networking. They consist of a plastic body containing a metal blade and a gel. To use Scotch locks, first, you need to strip the cables as we did before, then twist the wires in pairs according to the color sequence. Next, use the wire cutters to trim the wires evenly so that they have the same length. Insert the wires into the Scotch lock and push the wires to the end so that they rest against the body. There is a special tool for clamping such Scotch locks, but in practice you can do it with ordinary pliers. It is only important to make sure that the cap of the Scotch lock fits completely and evenly. We clamp the Scotch lock. The gel is distributed. The metal blade cuts the insulation and creates a contact between the wires. The gel improves tightness and helps protect the connection from the effects of external factors, increasing reliability. Repeat these actions on all wire pairs. That's it. We have a reliable connection. A coupler is a device that allows us to join two cables with connectors together. It has two female RJ45 ports that accept the male RJ45 connectors of the cables. It is like a small extension cord that extends the length of the cable. While couplers can be a convenient and quick solution for certain situations, they are not always the preferred choice for permanent or high-performance networking setups. If reliability is a top priority, it's advisable to avoid using couplers, as they introduce an additional point of potential signal degradation. Couplers are susceptible to signal loss and interference, making them less reliable compared to other connection methods. That's all for this video tutorial. I hope you learned something new and useful. Thank you for watching and see you next time.